G'day guys, Disney Dave coming at you once again from down under. Today we are taking a look at yet another hot toy. This arrived while I was overseas. If you saw my massive unboxing video I did, you will have seen that I received a couple of hot toys in the mail. And we're finally getting around to doing a couple of unboxings for them. This has been released in Hong Kong months and months ago. I'm aware that there's heaps and heaps of reviews for these figures out there. Some very in-depth reviews. When I do my hot toys reviews, I don't really like to do in-depth ones. I like to give a little skim over the surface, just for like the casual viewer who just wants to check out what the hot toys are all about. Not so much the person who wants to sit there for 45 minutes watching a hot toys review. All to you, if you want to watch one of those reviews, there are some really amazing collectors and reviewers out there that do hot toys stuff, but we are doing this the Disney Dave way, which is a really short unboxing of this. Today we are taking a look at the 1/6 scale Hot Toys figure, Captain America Civil War. This is Black Panther. Let's rip into this. Alright, here we go. This is awesome. The Black Panther figure from Captain America Civil War, of course, as always, comes in one of these standard shipper boxes. We're going to rip it out. And there we have it, the Black Panther box, Captain America Civil War. As always, this is the standard Hot Toys box design for the Civil War figures. And we've got this wraparound artwork on there, which is always really cool. Which gives us team cap, a little bit of team cap on there. Really beautiful artwork for these boxes. They're very simplistic though. We'll crack this open. It's just a plain window box there. We don't have anything really covering it, any other artwork or pamphlets or anything, but that's really fine. So what we're going to do now is, instead of looking at this figure through this little plastic window, we're going to crack him out and have a look. What do you reckon? Let's do it. All right, and there we have it, packed in there really nicely. You can see all this stuff. This is how much effort Hot Toys goes to preserving the figures, making sure that they arrive to you in the best possible condition. This guy doesn't come with a whole lot, but we're gonna crack him out, we're gonna have a look, and let's do it. I'm so excited for this. Let's get a nice, good close-up here on this guy. As far as head sculpts go, it's 100% perfect. Well, it's not a human sculpt, it's a masked sculpt, of course. Really, really fantastic artwork on that. They really can't get something like that wrong. This one didn't come with a T'Challa head sculpt. I was a little bit disappointed in that. Not that I don't think I'd ever display this figure with the human sculpt, but it's always nice to sort of have that option in case you want to change things up every now and then. But there you go, I almost held off on buying this guy because I figured that the Black Panther figure from the Black Panther movie might come with a T'Challa head sculpt. But in the end, when I finally saw the design for the new costume, I didn't really like it as much as this costume. So I had to go and pick this up, especially when it was 20% off at Pop Culture. I really love the design of this costume here, which is really nice. Got this beautiful pattern on it, really nice shimmer, and it's just really, really fantastic. I love the little claws there and just everything. Look at the chest plate on this, is just really gorgeous design on there. Really, really beautiful. And the new one, of course, has what could only really be described as really superfluous six-pack abs on there. I mean, you got a little bit of it on here, but it's not like in your face. The new one, it's almost like bat nipples all over again from Batman and Robin. But there you go. I really like this costume, so I was really glad I could pick this one up before it went out of production. So there you go. There's your look at the Black Panther figure, which I'm really happy about. Actually, the mobility on this guy is surprisingly really good. Sort of these costume figures sometimes don't have the best articulation, but that guy can sort of bend in any which way. Look at him. Ooh, it's pretty good. All right, so let us put this guy down and take a look at all of the awesome, well, not so awesome, accessories that he comes with. So I've got a couple of pairs of left hands here. One with the claws retracted and one with the claws all out, which is awesome. I'll probably display mine with the claws out like that. That's fantastic and kind of sharp. Be careful of them because that'll probably break pretty easily. And of course we also get a pair of right hands, exactly the same retracted claws, and then claws that are full out, ready for action. So pair them up with the other two claws down there. You got a couple of spare little joints there in case you lose a joint there for the hands, so you can replace the hands, and if you break one of the joints, you got a couple of replacements there. And then really the only other thing that you get with this figure is a base plate. It's got the Captain America Civil War logo on there, and then a nameplate, which you got Black Panther there, and then of course you get your little figure stand there, so you can display your figure stood up in your shelf. If you've seen any of my reviews before, you'll know I don't use the base plates. They just take up too much space. I mean, this one's not huge. It's bigger than the standard ones, but these take up quite a bit of space in the shelf. I like to really just cram my figures in there and set up a really dynamic display instead of having one or two figures in a detail. So there you go. You got that if you want to use that. If you're one of those people who just really wants to make sure your figures are in there nice and sturdy, which is fair enough when you spend this much money on them. But yeah, I like to go without them. I don't usually have too much issue with figures falling over or anything like that. Only other thing you'll get with this guy is a little instruction booklet. If you're new to Hot Toys, if this is your first 1/6 figure like this, it's always good to take a look through these instruction booklets just so you know what you can and what you can't do with these figures. When you're replacing hands and heads and stuff, you can give them a little bit of force. I mean, the first time you get your hands on a figure, you're kind of really scared about how much force you can put into pulling a hand off or putting a hand back on, but you can actually give them quite a bit. But like, again, if you're a first time buyer of one of these, have a read of the instruction booklet. So there you go, there's your Black Panther figure from Captain America Civil War. Really, he doesn't come with he doesn't come with any accessories apart from a couple of hands. As far as Hot Toys goes, this is one of the figures that really offers the least. There's no sort of, I mean, he doesn't really have any accessories. He doesn't have weapons or anything, especially Captain America Civil War. So there's not really anything else that he could come with. I'd imagine they'll try and pad out the next figure a little bit more. They'll give you a human sculpt. They might give you, I don't know, some tribal stuff or some weapons or something. But for a basic figure, this is a pretty basic pack. And that's why it's sort of on the cheaper spectrum of figures. But you really don't need much with this guy. He's going to stand there with his claws out, ready for battle. That's about all you need. A really recommended figure. I'm interested to see what they do with the next one, though. I could regret my purchase, but I don't think so. There you go. While you can still get him, go out and grab him. Okay, so that's about it for the Black Panther figure here from Captain America Civil War. I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to pose him, and I'm going to go and shove him in my Avengers collection. Can't wait, super excited to get this guy in with the team up. Once again, that is the Black Panther Hot Toys figure from Captain America Civil War. At the time of filming this figure is still readily available. You can pick it up wherever you buy Hot Toys from, whether that be Sideshow Collectibles or a local store like Pop Culture or Forbidden Planet or whoever sells these things wherever you are. You can pick this guy up. I got this guy really cheap recently. I don't often buy from Pop Culture anymore because they're really expensive, and you can get them cheaper from independent sellers. But they did a 20% off sale, and I got this cheaper than I could have got it anywhere else, and I earned pennies for that as well. And with Pop Culture, you stack up your pennies and you get a $50 discount after a while. This is a really awesome figure. I absolutely love this guy, and he looks really nice in my Hot Toys collection, as you just saw. Okay, so that is the end of another one of my little Hot Toys reviews. Thank you once again for joining me. If you're a first-time viewer and you've enjoyed my little Hot Toys review and you like the way I do these things, please, after the jump, hit subscribe. To all my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this review. To absolutely everybody out there, hope I'll see you again soon. Until next time though, guys, take care, and I hope you have a marvelous day.